Bihar is well known for being the birthplace of two of the biggest religions in the world, Buddhism and Jainism, and for being home to one of the world's oldest universities, Nalanda. It's perhaps a little less known as the place where the art form of Sujani embroidery was born. Sujani was born out of necessity when patches of old clothes like saris and dhotis were stitched together to make swaddling cloths for newborn babies. These soft cloths were then embellished with motifs and designs using colorful threads, and so Sujani embroidery came into being. The word itself is derived from Su, which means facilitating, and Jani, meaning birth. Sujani embroidery is now used for more than just baby quilts. Sujani motifs now add color and meaning to cushion covers, kurtas, saris, dupattas, and other items of clothing and home furnishing. The motifs themselves range from deities, flowers and peacocks to sun, cloud, and fertility symbols. Sujani is not just a traditional craft. It is also a way to convey social and political messages. It has been giving a voice to the women of Bihar and now is empowering them in a different way. The Usha Silai School program has played a critical role in restoring and promoting traditional art and crafts, and some of the masters of Sujani now have their own Silai schools. Two of them are pioneers in empowering their community in the villages of Ara in Bhojpur district, teaching old crafts as new skills to a new generation of Silai heroes.
हम 2007 से इसमें हैं। 2007 से जुड़े अनीता जी के साथ भोजपुर महिला कला केंद्र के बारे में। ये सब कला के बारे में हमको जानकारी नहीं था, बहुत शौक था हमको बाकी से। कोई गांव की महिला कुछ बनाती थी, कहीं अच्छा देखते थे तो हम सोचते थे कि हम भी बनाएं, कैसे बनता है नहीं बन, हमको कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था कैसे बनता है, कौन सिखाएगा हमको। ये जो जैसे ये थी कोरोना का आया ना, कोरोना उस समय हम लोग बैठे थे तो सोचा कि चलो मैडम बोली कि सुजनी पर कुछ काम किया जाए, तो हम अपना करने स्टार्ट किए हम लोग। तो उसमें सुजनी के काम करते करते अभी पूरा हम लोग कुछ स्टॉल लगाते हैं, वहाँ भी सुजनी के हम आर्ट रखते हैं बिक्री के लिए, तो अच्छा सेलिंग हो रहा है। अभी सोच रहे हैं और अच्छा मार्केट पकड़े हम लोग का।
कोरोना काल के समय में जब हम लोग घर पर बैठे हुए थे, कोई काम वगैरह नहीं मिला, तो सब महिला हमारे साथ जो थी सब हम लोग अपना में ग्रुप बनाए कि कोई काम हम लोग को करना चाहिए। जो बाहर थी महिला लोग अपना घर लोग आई, अब पहले से जो लोग भी जानता था थोड़ा बहुत सूजनी, जो हम लोग साधारण सूजनी बनाते थे, लेकिन उसमें हम लोग पहले आए बनाने के बाद सोचे कोई उसमें डिजाइन हम लोग निकाले। जो पुराना कपड़ा था घर में, पहले तो पुराना ही कपड़ा में सूजनी बनता था, तो हम लोग बनाए तो हम लोग को कुछ अच्छा लगा, तो हम लोग सोचे कि इसको कुछ नए डिजाइन से बनाएं।
And that is the other goal with which Usha is reviving and teaching Sujani embroidery in Bihar, to breathe new life into old clothes by upcycling them and therefore reducing textile waste. Some reports estimate that up to 7,800 kilotons of textile waste is accumulated in India annually. Sujani embroidery began by stitching together old saris and dhotis and then sewing colorful threads onto them. So not only is its revival by the Usha Silai schools keeping old clothes out of landfills, it is also empowering women in about 15 villages, including Ara in the Bhojpur district of Bihar. A classic technique to solve a modern problem.
सारा पुराने कपड़ा को यूज करते हैं, जो घर में जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं पुराना ही कपड़ा से यूज करते हैं। पैर पोछना भी बनाते हैं उससे पौधान, और हम लोग घर में बच्चे लोग जो छोटा छोटा होता है उसके लिए भी हम लोग यूज करते हैं बना के। और जो हम लोग को शहर में मार्केट में जो आता है तो उस नए कपड़े में बनता है।
जैसे हम लोग एक साइज के चारों पार्ट काटते हैं, उसके बाद ऊपर सेटिंग करते हैं, कांचा करते हैं, कांचा करने के बाद उस पर कढ़ाई करते हैं। कढ़ाई जब पूरा कंप्लीट हो जाता है उसके बाद हम लोग उसमें कपड़ा पछा से लेयर देते हैं, दूसरा पचवा लेयर देते हैं। लेयर देने के बाद उसके बाद फिर पाइपिंग हम लोग हाथ से चढ़ाते हैं।
In 2021, Rita saw the story of Kusum Devi, an Usha Silai school teacher on Kushalta ki Kadam, and was inspired to make Sujani art. She got Sujani training from Kusum Devi herself and established herself as a noted trainer of Sujani along with being an Usha Silai school teacher. The women learning Sujani embroidery have the support of Bhojpur Mahila Kala Kendra, an NGO that is working in collaboration with Usha Silai School to implement the program on the ground. The training they provided helped these women in their worst times, providing them a source of earning during the COVID pandemic.
कोरोना काल जो अभी हुआ था तो सभी लोग घर में बैठी हुई थी, तो हम लोग सोचे कि क्यों नहीं जो हमारा दादी नानी का जो पुराना परंपरा है इस चीज़ को हम लोग बैठे बैठे इसको हम लोग शुरू करते हैं। तो कैसे इसको और मॉडलाइज करके और अच्छा से अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बनाया जाए ताकि ये मार्केट में बिके और इसे काफ़ी अच्छी डिमांड हो और हमारी जो महिलाएं हैं इसको बनाएं और काफ़ी सशक्त हो।
Silai school teachers Rita and Geeta have trained a large number of women and through the Usha Silai school program have used a traditional form to bring revolutionary change to the lives of the women.
बहुत अच्छे तरह से मदद किए उषा ने हम लोग के। बहुत अच्छा लगा कि उषा कंपनी से जुड़े हैं। हम लोग के कहीं भी जाते हैं तो हम लोग के नाम होता है। उषा कंपनी से आई है लोग, मैडम भी है जो उषा से ट्रेनिंग लिए हैं, आज हम लोग के भी ट्रेनिंग दे रही हैं। हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा लगता है, गर्व की बात होता है कि हम लोग उषा से जुड़े हैं।
Such is the artistry of Sujani embroidery that it has also been given the UNESCO Seal of Excellence Award in 2019. And with the Usha Silai school teaching even more intricate innovations to new learners, the future of Sujani and the women who practice it looks bright. The path of ambition can be tough and challenging, but those focused on their goals turn their challenges into chances. Walking these narrow lanes are footsteps heading toward a better tomorrow. Women from 10 villages of Hawalbagh block in the Almora district of Uttarakhand make this journey every day to reach this far-off training center run by Usha and Moora, where they will be trained not just in sewing but also in the art of shibori on upcycled clothes. Moora, with the help of Usha, is turning discarded clothes which would earlier go to waste into something useful.
ये हम लोग ने 30 लड़कियों के और महिलाओं के साथ शुरू किया था। बेसिक ट्रेनिंग 30 लोगों को दी गई थी, उसमें से 15 का सिलेक्शन हुआ जो अब आप देख रहे हैं एडवांस ट्रेनिंग से गुजर रही हैं और ये पैटर्न मेकिंग सीख रही हैं।
वेस्ट में
Moora Collective pays the stipend for initial sustenance. For more than a decade, Usha has worked at empowering women from rural India by encouraging them to become financially independent. They have been motivated to become entrepreneurs by taking up sewing and training others in their respective communities. And that is the aim through Mura Collective in Almora as well. But with an added skill and an added benefit. Learning shibori will increase the quality and value of their products, enhancing their earnings and improving their lives while making use of unwanted materials. In the process, will help reduce waste and promote recycling.
सबसे पहला कोलैबोरेशन हमारा उषा इंटरनेशनल के साथ हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से शायद हमने हिम्मत जुटाई है कि हम आगे बढ़ सकें इस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट में। उषा हमें मास्टर्स जो इनके सोइंग एंड स्टिचिंग मास्टर हैं, पैटर्न मेकिंग मास्टर हैं, वो ट्रेनर्स के तौर पे दे रहे हैं।
Mura has a long-standing experience in shibori making, but was unable to reach women in the villages. This is where Usha stepped in. With their experience of working with women in remote villages, Usha specifically designed modules to gauge the interest, understanding and capability of these women, customizing their programming to the training needs.
हमें उषा में जुड़ने के बाद हमें महसूस हुआ कि हम यहाँ पर रह के एक बहुत अच्छा काम कर सकते हैं कि शहर के लोगों के साथ में गांव की महिलाओं को जोड़ना है काम के जरिए। तो हमें शहर में चलने वाला जो कटिंग और फिटिंग है वो हमें गांव की महिलाओं को सिखाना होगा। अगर गांव की महिला अगर वो कटिंग और स्टिचिंग सीख जाएगी, वो क्वालिटी सीख जाएगी, तो उनको शहर से जोड़ना और शहर से काम मिलना आसान हो जाएगा।
Getting women to the training centers was a challenge in itself. Around 125 women showed interest in training, but when they were to be selected, only half of them turned up. Family restrictions, societal pressures kept many of them away. Now the impediment was the 5-kilometer road to the training center, a tough walk in the hilly terrain. But that wouldn't deter Kamna, who helped her father at his shop making tea and samosas.
उषा और मूरा कंपनी से हमें बहुत सपोर्ट मिला है। हमें महीने के 2500 रुपये भी देती है, जिससे हम अपना महीने का खर्चा भी चला सकते हैं। और इससे हमें बहुत कुछ नई चीज़ें सीखने को मिली हैं। हल्की फुल्की सिलाई तो हम पहले भी करते, लेकिन इससे हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला और आगे भी हमें बहुत सारे रोज़गार के अवसर, स्वरोजगार भी कर सकते हैं।
Shweta is married and has a 3-year-old baby girl. Her daily chores include cooking, cleaning, taking care of the family and feeding the cattle. She was luckier than most when this new opportunity came knocking at her door.
अभी हम सिलेक्ट हो रखे हैं, तो अभी हमारा पैटर्न मेकिंग चल रहा है। उसके बाद आगे बढ़ने का मौका मिला है और उषा कंपनी को हम धन्यवाद कहेंगे। ऐसी व्यवस्था मतलब हमें रोजगार के लिए एक साधन मिला है।
Renu, who takes care of an 18-month-old daughter, faced some flack from her neighbors for doing the training. But she stubbornly stayed the course and is thankful she did.
उषा कंपनी और मूरा कंपनी से हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला, जो आज तक हमें सीखना चाह रहे थे। वो चीज़ हमें आगे सीखने को भी और देखने को भी मिली, जिससे हम कुछ अर्निंग कर सकते हैं और रोज़गार पा सकते हैं, घर परिवार की मदद कर सकते हैं और लोगों की भी मदद कर सकते हैं। जो सपना हमारा बचपन से था कि हम कुछ आगे कर रहे हैं और कुछ करके दिखाएं सबसे अलग, वो हमारा सपना पूरा होते हुए नज़र आ रहा है हमें।
Kamna, Shweta and Renu are among the more than 10 lakh women that the Usha Silai schools have trained into becoming financially self-sufficient, empowered women. It's a huge change in their lives and one whose ripples will be felt in the community as well, because when you empower a woman, you change the destiny of not only her family but also her community.
डाइंग सबसे क्रिटिकल इसलिए है क्योंकि अगर ये धागा सही तरीके से नहीं पकड़ा कपड़े को या टाइट नहीं हुआ, ज़्यादा टाइट हो गया तो रंग नहीं आएगा।
Driving for over an hour from Manipur's capital Imphal out into the countryside, past lush green paddy fields, one reaches Toi Thawai village, in Ukhrul district. The village has mostly tribal families. Most of them do farming in the distant foothills. Some run small businesses. 36-year-old Yuting Ronra Simre and her 47-year-old husband Yarshang Ronra Simre are busy talking about their daily expenses. The couple have 3 children, all of whom go to school. Their family had once struggled to make both ends meet, until Simre joined the Usha Silai training and later started her own branch of the Usha Silai school in the village. Simre married her husband in 2007. He worked as a teacher then, but in 2016 he had to resign because of serious health issues. With the only earning member of the family out of a job, Simre decided to start earning. She started making traditional clothes and helping others on their farmlands. As her husband's health improved, her father-in-law helped them buy an auto rickshaw. But it wasn't enough to run the family smoothly. That is when the Silai school came handy. Today, Simre earns money not only by sewing and stitching and providing training at her Silai school, but also runs an innovative project of cycling dumped clothes and turning them into utility products like bags.
Last year pandemic time, she used to collect and her friend come and stitch and some work. And with that, we sell it. Somehow, it is a very small amount, but we sell it, and by that small amount, we manage it.
Once her husband leaves, Simre gets busy cooking and wrapping up her daily chores. Simre comes from a large but poor family. Once she had started earning by making traditional Manipuri clothes, Simre came to know about the Usha Silai school from the local NGO, People's Development Society. She joined a 7-day residential training camp and then further learnt entrepreneurial skills to open her own Usha Silai school. With the household chores sorted, Simre leaves to work on her innovative project, recycling waste clothes. Simre's idea was to recycle used clothes from the many villages near her Silai school to make fabric bags. She has been doing this since June 2021 and was joined by 2 women from nearby villages in collecting old clothes and stitching bags.
मैं 2020 में उषा सिलाई स्कूल ट्रेनिंग भी है और अभी तो मेरा स्टूडेंट तो 22 और 3 तो अभी लर्निंग है ना मेरा पास और अभी 1 मंथ में मेरा इनकम तो 10 to 15, 10 to 12 ऐसा चलता है.
The process involved is very innovative. There are a few collection centers like this one where the villagers dump their old and unused clothes. Simre and her team come by periodically to collect them. After collection, they sort the clothes according to different fabrics, colors and garment types. Then they wash the sorted clothes and iron them before drafting, cutting and stitching the bags. As her products gained traction in the local markets, she started involving other women to help with the collection, sorting and stitching. Simre pays these women 30 rupees per bag of clothes collected. Apart from bags, they also make children's dresses, shirts and shorts with the unwanted clothes collected from the village. The idea of recycling has brought a big turn around in Simre's life.
मेरे friend को बुलाया और damn clothes to don't throw. Then it can make different ideas, different things. So they agree me to do that. So we can have to collect the things from our villages, from different colonies. So we collect them and we start our stitching.
During the pandemic, Simre came to know about online training classes organized by the Usha Silai School. She joined the class and learned many aspects of drafting and designing bags. Now she stitches the bags using traditional fabric that she weaves herself.
after I learned this stitching, they don't support me. Oh, that's not a good idea. You have to work hard. मेरा बैग तो दिखाई दो, वो तो मेरा फ्रेंड्स तो इंटरेस्ट है, थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट है उसके लिए. Some people I want to learn how to stitch, I want to learn how to draft. They come like that, so I started from that.
Simre has trained 15 village women so far. She charges a monthly fee of rupees 500. In a month, she earns 8,000 rupees to 12,000 rupees, and she is a role model for many. This initiative has not only helped Simre and her students in terms of boosting their earnings, it has also helped Simre manage her family and provide good food and an education for her children. They are also winning accolades from the community of making use of dumped clothes and turning them into utility products, breathing new life into old clothes.
Annually, about 95% of the waste which actually ends up in landfills can be repurposed and reused. So through our Silai School program, we've made conscious efforts, especially through our training programs, where women are taught how they can make new products using the old fabric through alterations as well as through new designs.